So my garden's still hanging in there. It's not doing as well as I hoped it would. It's full of weeds, but I do still get a few things out of it. These are producing. Got some down in there. One thing that I've noticed is, look at that. Isn't that pretty? See how dark this plant is? But you look at some of these others out here, and they're not doing very well. One thing that I've been doing, I've been testing this out lately. I've done it in the past, but I haven't actually done it in this garden much. It's a worm, caterpillar, whatever. But one thing that I've been doing, I always pick up the caterpillars and just throw them out of the garden. Give them to the chickens when I can. I have taken a mayonnaise jar and I keep this available. And when I feel like I gotta go potty, when I need to urinate, I urinate in my mayonnaise jar. And when I get this thing, like, I don't know, halfway full, I'll add water to it. So I'll fill it all the way up, kind of swish it around a little bit. And I bring it out here, and I've been feeding my plants. I water my plants. And I've watched other videos, other folks doing gardening and stuff, and how they do their, stuff, for their gardens. And every thing that I have seen out there has shown me that urine, whether it's human urine, cow urine, whatever, urine is basically bacteria free, right? I mean, if there's some kind of kidney infection or bladder infection or some kind of weird thing going on, then maybe it's not fully viral or bacterial free, but for the most part, urine is basically bacteria and viral free. And it's full of minerals. It's full of vitamins, minerals. Anything that you eat or drink, anything that you consume, right, has certain amounts of minerals in it, certain amounts of, vitamins, certain amounts of, different things, calcium, magnesium, potassium, everything that plants need. Everything that plants need to be able to flower, to grow, right? To produce fruit, to produce vegetation, right? Those minerals are what the plants need to build themselves and to produce. A fruit is anything that is from a flower that's pollinated and that grows and has seeds inside. Like a cantaloupe. A cantaloupe is a fruit. A watermelon is a fruit. A tomato is a fruit. A pepper is a fruit. Okra is a fruit. Cucumbers are a fruit. Right? The plants that you grow that are called vegetables are the ones you grow for the leafy greens, right? A basil is a vegetable because you grow it for the leaves. The seeds, like this basil plant has really gone to seed. We got some carpenter bees out here pollinating the little flowers, right? Basil is a vegetable. Your leafy greens, they're vegetables, they're vegetation, right? These things, they produce leafy greens. You can eat the root. They're a root crop too, but they're vegetation. You eat the plant. Sure, yeah, they'll go to seed, and seeds go fall to the ground and make more, but you don't eat the seed pods. Urine has, all kinds of good benefits for your plants. As long as you're not sick, as long as you're not carrying some kind of weird virus or, kidney infection or bladder infection or something like that, it's okay. It's okay to urinate into a mason jar, or in this case a plastic mayonnaise jar, and then mix it with a little bit of water and bring it out and feed your plants. There's nothing wrong with that. Now consider, and one thing I've realized, now that I've been doing this, I am consciously realizing just how much I go pee, how much I urinate. And, I think about whenever I go to the bathroom and I flush the toilet. Most people are like, hey, I gotta run the bathroom, go pee a little bit. So you pee a little bit, then you flush the toilet. How much water is in the back of that toilet that gets flushed down the toilet just so you can get rid of that little bit of pee and that little bit of urine, right? You can just store here and then take it out, feed your plants. You don't have to flush that toilet and send that water down the drain. Imagine how much water you can save just by peeing in a mayonnaise jar and feeding that to your plants. Think of how much you could save by not using your water from your water hose to come out here and water these plants. That's a savings. You're saving the water, you're saving on your water bill, right? Because you're not flushing the toilet as much. But your plants are getting watered, they're getting nutrition, they're getting minerals, they're getting vitamins, they're getting, different things like that. So, I guess that's my crazy rant for the day. Oh yeah, I guess you've noticed I've been mulching here around this as well. That's another thing I've been experimenting with, is going ahead and every time I mow the yard, I just empty the bagger from the yard here around my raised beds, and it creates a barrier between the sun and the air and the ground, so it would help hold the moisture in the ground. Not only that, but look at this. Ooh, that's a nice soft, it's like walking on carpet. Yeah, baby. I'm getting grounded. Ooh. You gotta worry. You gotta wipe your feet off before you go in the house. Let me show you something. I'm gonna move this. Look at that. What do you see? Look at that. See, it kind of looks like a smoke coming up. This is decomposing. It's not really hot down in there, but what looked like smoke was actually the what do you call it? The decomposition. The stuff is just turning into a powder and floating off in the air. Kind of looked like smoke when I first saw it. I saw that around my foot whenever I stuck my foot down there. But this decomposes, becomes humus, and provides nutrition for the bacteria in the dirt underneath it. And when you provide nutrition for the bacteria in the dirt, then that provides an environment for the earthworms to come around, because they want to enjoy, a snack on all that good bacteria dirt under there that's got all that good nutrition. And not only that, but it'll kill weeds. That's part of why I was doing it, was to keep the weeds down, but also to provide another form of nutrition for the soil and the plants. Oh my gosh, I need to turn this camera off. I might need to go in and fill this back up. Talk to you later.